In a world filled with uncertainty and challenges, worry and anxiety have become all too common. The constant stream of information, the pressures of daily life, and the fear of the unknown can easily lead us down a path of distress. However, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers timeless wisdom and practical techniques to help us find solace and peace amid the chaos. In this essay, we will explore the Stoic cure for worry and anxiety, delving into the core principles and practices that can transform our mindset and liberate us from the grip of unnecessary suffering. Understanding Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophical school of thought that originated in ancient Greece and Rome, with prominent proponents such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. It teaches that our emotions and mental well-being are within our control, and that our perceptions and judgments shape our experiences. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of developing resilience, wisdom, and virtue to navigate life's challenges with equanimity. Accepting the nature of things. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the acceptance of the nature of things. The Stoics believed that many of our anxieties and worries arise from our resistance to the natural order of the universe. They taught that we should recognize and accept what is outside of our control and focus our efforts on what we can influence. By relinquishing our attachment to outcomes and surrendering to the present moment, we free ourselves from the burden of worrying about things beyond our grasp. Practicing negative visualization. Negative visualization is a powerful technique employed by the Stoics to alleviate anxiety. It involves contemplating the worst-case scenarios that could occur in our lives. By intentionally envisioning adversity, loss, or misfortune, we develop a sense of gratitude for what we currently have and cultivate resilience in the face of potential challenges. Negative visualization helps us detach from the attachment to specific outcomes and prepares us mentally for adversity, making us more adaptable and less prone to worry. Distinguishing between what's in our control and what's not. The Stoics emphasized the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. They believe that our thoughts, attitudes, and actions are under our control, while external events, other people's opinions, and circumstances are not. By focusing our energy on what we can control, our own thoughts, judgments, and responses, we reduce anxiety and worry related to matters beyond our influence. This shift in perspective allows us to direct our efforts towards constructive and virtuous actions, rather than being consumed by unproductive concerns. Practicing virtue and moral development. Stoicism places great importance on virtue and moral development as essential elements of a tranquil life. The Stoics believed that living in accordance with reason and virtue leads to inner harmony and contentment. By cultivating virtues such as wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, we align ourselves with universal principles and develop a strong foundation for resilience and emotional well-being. When we act in accordance with our values and strive for moral excellence, we free ourselves from the worries and anxieties that arise from compromising our integrity. By accepting the nature of things, practicing negative visualization, distinguishing between what's in our control and what's not, and focusing on virtue and moral development, we lay the groundwork for a more tranquil and centered existence. Stoicism offers us a timeless framework and practical tools to navigate the storms of life with equanimity and serenity. In the second part of this essay, we will delve further into Stoic practices and techniques that can provide us with a lasting cure for worry and anxiety. We delved into the foundational principles of Stoicism, including acceptance of the nature of things, negative visualization, distinguishing between what's in our control and what's not, and practicing virtue and moral development. The discipline of desire and aversion. Central to Stoic philosophy is the discipline of desire and aversion. The Stoics taught that our desires and aversions are often misguided and lead to unnecessary suffering. By examining and challenging our desires and aversions, we can gain clarity on what truly matters and align our preferences with reason and virtue. By recognizing that external circumstances are indifferent and that our well-being lies in our internal state, we can free ourselves from the anxieties and worries associated with chasing fleeting desires and avoiding perceived negative outcomes. Practicing mindfulness and attention. Mindfulness and attention are vital practices in Stoicism. By cultivating present moment awareness and directing our attention to the here and now, we can alleviate worries about the past or future. Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on the task at hand, fully immersing ourselves in the present moment, and embracing whatever comes our way with equanimity. Mindfulness allows us to savor the present and appreciate life's blessings, reducing anxiety and worry about what lies beyond our immediate control. Adopting an objective perspective. Stoicism encourages us to adopt an objective perspective when facing challenges and setbacks. By stepping back and viewing situations from a broader standpoint, we gain a more balanced and rational understanding of events. This objective perspective helps us detach emotionally from the situation and assess it with clarity and wisdom. By recognizing that our judgments and interpretations shape our emotional responses, we can choose to reframe our thoughts and adopt more constructive perspectives, reducing worry and anxiety in the process. The contemplation of death. The Stoics believe that contemplating death is an essential practice for cultivating tranquility and perspective. By acknowledging the impermanence and fragility of life, we gain a deeper appreciation for the present moment and the preciousness of time. The contemplation of death reminds us to live virtuously and fully, without wasting energy on trivial worries and anxieties. Embracing the reality of mortality can liberate us from the fear of the unknown and help us prioritize what truly matters in our lives. Community and connection. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of community and connection with others. Building strong relationships and contributing to the well-being of our fellow human beings cultivates a sense of belonging and purpose. By engaging in acts of kindness, empathy, and cooperation, we create a network of support and foster a sense of interconnectedness. This sense of community provides solace during challenging times and reduces the isolation that often fuels worry and anxiety. By disciplining our desires and aversions, practicing mindfulness and attention, adopting an objective perspective, contemplating death, and nurturing community and connection, we can cultivate a resilient and tranquil state of mind. Stoicism offers us a profound and practical philosophy for navigating the challenges of life with grace and equanimity. By integrating these Stoic teachings into our daily lives, we can find profound freedom from worry and anxiety and embrace a more peaceful and fulfilling existence. Stoic Cure for Worry and Anxiety, Part 3. The Power of Reason and Rationality. Stoicism places great emphasis on the power of reason and rationality as antidotes to worry and anxiety. By engaging our rational faculties, we can challenge irrational beliefs and distorted thinking patterns that contribute to our distress. Stoics encourage us to examine our thoughts and evaluate them based on reason and evidence. By replacing irrational beliefs with logical and rational ones, we can reduce worry and anxiety rooted in unfounded fears and assumptions. Practicing self-denial and moderation. Stoicism teaches the importance of self-discipline, self-denial, and moderation in achieving peace of mind. By exercising restraint and moderation in our desires and indulgences, we avoid the pitfalls of excess and the anxieties that come with them. Stoics believe that excessive attachment to material possessions, status, or pleasure leads to discontentment and anxiety. By practicing self-denial and focusing on what is truly essential, we can find a deeper sense of fulfillment and freedom from worry and anxiety. Embracing impermanence and change. Stoicism reminds us of the inherent impermanence and ever-changing nature of the world. Everything is in a constant state of flux, and resisting this reality only leads to suffering. By embracing impermanence and accepting that change is an inevitable part of life, we can let go of anxieties rooted in our desire for stability and control. Stoics encourage us to cultivate adaptability and resilience, recognizing that our ability to navigate change with equanimity is essential for our well-being. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful practice emphasized in Stoicism. By cultivating a sense of gratitude for what we have, we shift our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in our lives. Gratitude redirects our attention to the present moment and helps us recognize the blessings and joys that surround us. By actively practicing gratitude, we counteract worries and anxieties fueled by a sense of scarcity or comparison. Gratitude fosters contentment and a deeper appreciation for life's simple pleasures. Maintaining an inner fortress. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate an inner fortress, an unshakable core of wisdom, virtue, and resilience. By nurturing our inner world, we build emotional strength and stability that can withstand external challenges and uncertainties. Stoics encourage us to develop self-reliance and self-mastery, recognizing that our well-being ultimately rests within ourselves and not solely on external circumstances. By cultivating a strong inner fortress, we become less susceptible to worries and anxieties triggered by external events. Living in accordance with nature. Stoicism teaches us to live in accordance with nature, aligning our actions and attitudes with the natural order of the universe. By recognizing our place in the grand scheme of things and understanding our interconnectedness with the world around us, we find a sense of harmony and purpose. Living in accordance with nature means embracing the inherent qualities of reason, virtue, and compassion that define our humanity. By embodying these qualities, we cultivate a sense of meaning and fulfillment that transcends worries and anxieties. By engaging reason and rationality, practicing self-discipline and moderation, embracing impermanence and change, cultivating gratitude, maintaining an inner fortress, and living in accordance with nature, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Stoicism offers us a timeless philosophy that empowers us to transcend worries and anxieties and live a life of tranquility and virtue. By integrating these Stoic teachings into our lives, we can find profound freedom and serenity in the face of adversity. Stoic Cure for Worry and Anxiety, Part 4. Developing Resilience Through Adversity. Stoicism recognizes that adversity is an inevitable part of life. Instead of succumbing to worry and anxiety in the face of challenges, Stoics teach us to view adversity as an opportunity for growth and character development. By embracing difficulties as necessary stepping stones on our journey, we can cultivate resilience and fortitude. Stoics believe that the path to virtue and tranquility is paved with the challenges we overcome. By reframing setbacks as valuable lessons and opportunities for growth, we can navigate life's adversities with a greater sense of calm and purpose. Focusing on the present moment. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on the present moment, as it is the only moment we truly have control over. By directing our attention to the here and now, we can free ourselves from worries about the past or future. The Stoics understood that dwelling on the past or anxiously anticipating the future only detracts from our ability to experience peace and contentment in the present. By fully immersing ourselves in the present moment, we can savor life's simple pleasures, engage in meaningful connections, and find solace in the here and now. Cultivating humility and acceptance. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate humility and acceptance in our lives. By recognizing our limitations and accepting the things we cannot change, we can release ourselves from the burden of unnecessary worry and anxiety. Stoics believe that accepting the world as it is, rather than how we wish it to be, allows us to find inner peace and contentment. By embracing humility and accepting our place within the grand scheme of things, we develop a sense of perspective and let go of the need for control over external circumstances. Practicing detachment from external outcomes. Another key teaching of Stoicism is the practice of detachment from external outcomes. Stoics recognize that many of our worries and anxieties stem from an excessive attachment to specific outcomes or desires. By relinquishing our attachment to the outcome, we can free ourselves from the anxiety and worry that arise from clinging to a specific result. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our efforts, intentions, and virtues rather than fixating on the external results. By aligning our actions with our values, we find contentment regardless of the outcome. Exercising self-reflection and journaling. Stoicism encourages self-reflection as a means of self-improvement and self-awareness. By engaging in regular self-reflection and journaling, we can gain insights into our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This practice allows us to identify patterns of worry and anxiety and develop strategies to address them. Self-reflection and journaling provide an opportunity to examine our reactions to events, challenge irrational thoughts, and reinforce Stoic principles in our daily lives. It becomes a valuable tool for self-growth and cultivating a more tranquil focusing on the present moment, cultivating humility and acceptance, practicing detachment from external outcomes, and engaging in self-reflection and journaling. We can transform our relationship with worry and anxiety. Stoicism offers us a wealth of wisdom and practical tools to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. By embracing Stoic teachings and integrating them into our daily lives, we can find profound freedom from worry and anxiety and live a life of tranquility and virtue. Stoic Cure for Worry and Anxiety, Part 5. Living a Virtuous Life. Central to Stoic philosophy is the pursuit of virtue. Stoics believe that living a virtuous life, guided by reason and moral principles, is the key to lasting happiness and freedom from worry and anxiety. Virtue, according to Stoicism, includes qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By aligning our actions and choices with these virtues, we cultivate a sense of inner harmony and integrity. Living virtuously allows us to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose, reducing worry and anxiety born out of moral conflicts or regrets. Practicing mindful acceptance of emotions. Stoicism teaches us to practice mindful acceptance of our emotions. Rather than suppressing or denying our emotions, Stoics encourage us to observe them with curiosity and non-judgmental awareness. By acknowledging and accepting our emotions, we can prevent them from escalating into overwhelming worries or anxieties. Stoicism reminds us that emotions are natural and temporary, and they do not have to dictate our actions or state of mind. By cultivating emotional resilience and detachment, we can respond to challenging situations with composure and clarity. Engaging in regular meditation. Meditation is a powerful practice that complements Stoic philosophy. By incorporating regular meditation into our daily routine, we can cultivate a calm and focused mind. Meditation allows us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without attachment or judgment. This practice enhances our self-awareness, promotes emotional balance, and reduces the grip of worries and anxieties on our mind. Stoics believe that meditation is a means of deepening our connection with the present moment and strengthening our inner resilience. Seeking solitude and retreat. Stoicism recognizes the value of solitude and retreat as a means of finding inner peace and reflection. Taking time for ourselves in quiet solitude allows us to recharge, reflect on our thoughts and actions, and gain perspective on our worries and anxieties. Stoics sought moments of solitude to engage in self-reflection, contemplation, and reconnecting with nature. By withdrawing from the noise and distractions of the world, we can find solace and clarity, reducing the impact of worries and anxieties on our well-being. Engaging in physical exercise. Physical exercise is an integral part of Stoic practice. Stoics recognize the interconnectedness of the mind and body, understanding that physical well-being supports mental resilience. Engaging in regular physical exercise not only enhances our physical health but also releases tension, boosts mood, and reduces anxiety. By taking care of our bodies through exercise, we create a foundation for mental and emotional well-being, reducing worries and anxieties that may arise from neglecting our physical health. Continual study and learning. Stoicism encourages a lifelong commitment to learning and self-improvement. By engaging in continual study of Stoic principles and other wisdom traditions, we deepen our understanding and application of Stoic teachings in our lives. Reading Stoic texts, engaging in philosophical discussions, and seeking wisdom from various sources expand our perspectives and provide us with practical guidance for navigating worries and anxieties. Continuing our intellectual and moral development keeps us engaged in the pursuit of virtue and fosters a resilient and tranquil mindset. By living a virtuous life, practicing mindful acceptance of emotions, engaging in regular meditation, seeking solitude and retreat, engaging in physical exercise, and pursuing continual study and learning, we can integrate Stoic wisdom into our daily lives. Stoicism offers us a profound philosophy for transcending worries and anxieties, allowing us to cultivate a resilient and tranquil state of mind. By embracing these Stoic practices, we can find profound freedom, fulfillment, and serenity amidst the challenges of life. Stoic Cure for Worry and Anxiety, Part 6. Cultivating Compassion and Connection. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of cultivating compassion and fostering meaningful connections with others. By recognizing our shared humanity and practicing empathy, we develop a sense of interconnectedness and compassion towards others. This perspective helps alleviate worries and anxieties rooted in self-centeredness or social isolation. Stoics believe that true fulfillment comes from contributing to the well-being of others and engaging in acts of kindness and service. By nurturing our relationships and extending compassion to others, we create a supportive network and find solace in the knowledge that we are not alone in our struggles. Finding purpose and meaning. Stoicism encourages us to reflect on our values, passions, and purpose in life. By identifying and aligning with a greater purpose, we find meaning and direction that transcends worries and anxieties. Stoics believe that a life lived in accordance with our values and principles is a life of true fulfillment. By pursuing our passions, engaging in meaningful work, and contributing to something larger than ourselves, we find a sense of purpose that anchors us in times of uncertainty and worry. Embracing Stoic practices as a way of life. The Stoic cure for worry and anxiety is not a one-time solution but a lifelong commitment to Stoic practices. Stoicism is not merely a philosophy to be understood intellectually but a way of life to be embodied and applied consistently. The Stoic teachings and practices discussed throughout this series are meant to be integrated into our daily lives, becoming ingrained habits and guiding principles. By embracing Stoicism as a holistic approach to living, we create a foundation for lasting relief from worry and anxiety. Seeking support and community. Stoicism recognizes the power of support and community in our journey towards tranquility. Connecting with like-minded individuals, whether through local groups, online communities, or philosophical discussions, provides a valuable support system. Engaging in conversations, sharing experiences, and seeking guidance from others who are also on the path of Stoicism can deepen our understanding and commitment to the practice. By surrounding ourselves with a supportive community, we gain strength and encouragement to overcome worries and anxieties together. Embracing the imperfect journey. Finally, Stoicism reminds us that the path to tranquility is not linear or without setbacks. We are human, and we will inevitably face challenges, setbacks, and moments of worry and anxiety. Stoicism teaches us to embrace these moments as opportunities for growth and learning. Rather than striving for perfection, we focus on progress and the continuous refinement of our Stoic practices. By accepting the imperfect nature of our journey, we cultivate resilience and a compassionate mindset towards ourselves, allowing us to navigate worries and anxieties with greater self-compassion and understanding. By cultivating compassion and connection, finding purpose and meaning, embracing Stoic practices as a way of life, seeking support and community, and embracing the imperfect nature of our journey, we integrate Stoicism into the fabric of our lives. Stoicism offers a profound pathway to freedom from worry and anxiety, empowering us to develop resilience, find meaning, and cultivate a tranquil state of mind. By embracing these Stoic principles and practices, we embark on a transformative journey towards lasting peace and well-being. Stoic Cure for Worry and Anxiety, Part 7. Continual Self-Reflection and Course Correction. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of continual self-reflection and course correction on our path towards tranquility. By regularly examining our thoughts, actions, and behaviors, we gain self-awareness and insight into the root causes of our worries and anxieties. Stoics believed in the power of self-examination to identify areas where we may be deviating from Stoic principles or falling into patterns of negative thinking. Through self-reflection, we can course correct, make necessary adjustments, and realign ourselves with the Stoic virtues and practices. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy. Stoics recognize that cultivating gratitude can transform our perspective and reduce worries and anxieties. By focusing on the things we have rather than obsessing over what we lack, we shift our attention to the abundance and blessings present in our lives. Practicing gratitude allows us to cultivate contentment and appreciation for the present moment, reducing worries about the past or anxieties about the future. By regularly expressing gratitude for the simple joys and blessings, we foster a sense of tranquility and well-being. Accepting the transience of life. Stoicism reminds us of the transience of life and the inevitability of change. Stoics believed in embracing the impermanence of all things, including our own lives. By accepting the transient nature of existence, we develop a sense of detachment from external circumstances and reduce worries and anxieties rooted in attachment. Stoics encouraged contemplating the inevitability of death as a means of cultivating gratitude for the present moment and living each day to the fullest. Accepting the transience of life helps us appreciate the preciousness of every experience and find serenity amidst uncertainty. Maintaining equanimity in the face of adversity. Stoicism teaches us to maintain equanimity in the face of adversity. Rather than allowing external events to dictate our internal state, Stoics believed in cultivating an inner calm and resilience. They recognized that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control our response to it. By practicing detachment from external outcomes and maintaining a steady mindset, we can navigate challenges with composure and clarity. Stoics emphasized the importance of responding to adversity with courage, wisdom, and virtue, allowing us to find tranquility even in the midst of difficult circumstances. Applying Stoic principles to daily challenges. Stoicism is not just a theoretical philosophy but a practical guide for navigating the challenges of daily life. Stoics encourage the application of Stoic principles to everyday situations, turning theory into action. By consciously applying Stoic teachings to our thoughts, decisions, and interactions, we develop a greater sense of agency and control over our worries and anxieties. Stoicism provides a framework for reframing challenges, cultivating resilience, and finding tranquility in the face of adversity. By actively engaging with Stoic principles in our daily lives, we integrate the wisdom of Stoicism into our lived experience. By engaging in continual self-reflection and course correction, practicing gratitude, accepting the transience of life, maintaining equanimity in adversity, and applying Stoic principles to daily challenges, we integrate Stoicism into our daily lives as a practical philosophy. Stoicism offers us a wealth of wisdom and tools to address worries and anxieties, allowing us to cultivate resilience, find meaning, and live a life of tranquility. By embracing these Stoic practices, we embark on a transformative journey towards lasting peace and well-being. Stoic Cure for Worry and Anxiety, Part 8. Stoics believe that the present moment is the only reality we have control over, and by fully engaging with it, we can find a sense of peace and fulfillment. By practicing mindfulness and cultivating an awareness of the present moment, we shift our attention away from worries and anxieties that may arise from dwelling on the past or anticipating the future. Practicing detachment from external outcomes. Stoicism encourages us to practice detachment from external outcomes. Rather than fixating on achieving specific results or outcomes, Stoics emphasized focusing on our own thoughts, actions, and virtues. By letting go of the need for external validation or control over outcomes, we free ourselves from worries and anxieties tied to external circumstances that are beyond our control. Stoics believe that true fulfillment comes from living virtuously and aligning our actions with our values, irrespective of external outcomes. Developing resilience through preparing for adversity. Stoics recognized the inevitability of adversity in life and advocated for preparing ourselves mentally and emotionally for challenging situations. By developing resilience through mental preparation, we can better navigate worries and anxieties when they arise. Stoics encouraged practicing negative visualization, which involves contemplating potential challenges and setbacks in advance. This practice helps us develop the mental fortitude to face difficult situations with equanimity and composure, reducing the impact of worries and anxieties on our well-being. Applying the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control is a fundamental concept in Stoicism. It teaches us to distinguish between things that are within our control and things that are not.